Friday, April 5th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Let's wrap up our departing storm system here. And this is a look back at the temperatures at 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. So, again, this is April. And you had a 4 p.m. temperature of 36 degrees in Greensboro, 39 in Charlotte, 42 degrees in Raleigh, 46 in Columbia. A very evident wedge in place, and that made for an interesting weather day for sure. Now, currently our temperatures not that far away from where we were at 4 o'clock yesterday. Not much in the way of temperature change through the night. Currently on the radar, not much, although there's a lot of lingering drizzle and mist here across the area. The heavier rain we saw is now well off to the north during the 5 o'clock hour this Friday morning in parts of Delaware and Maryland, New Jersey, and pulling further away. There's also some showers and thunderstorms down in parts of South Carolina and Georgia coast, places like Savannah and Hilton Head and Charleston seeing some rain and storms this morning. That extends down into Florida. Look at all the rain over the past couple of days with this storm system. This has been a moisture-packed system across North Carolina. You had 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain there in the Charlotte metro area. You had over an inch around Greensboro, and somewhere in that 3/4 of an inch to an inch plus range in many spots across the region. Some lighter totals in places like Statesville and down toward Salisbury in the blue shades, but a lot of folks with a really good soaking rain event. And it wasn't just rain. We had a lot of sleet at times, and then the further north you went, you had some snow involved. These are snow totals. Check that out. Newcastle, 5.5 inches in Wilkes County. 3 inches in Twin Oaks and Allegheny County. Yeah, a trace of snow reported in Winston-Salem and Greensboro and Graham. 1/2 of an inch of snow reported in Reedsville. And in the mountains, you also had some ice. Many mountain spots with 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of ice accumulation yesterday. Very impressive storm system considering it was the month of April. This is what the satellite and the radar looked like through yesterday afternoon and then into the pre-dawn hours this morning. Just an expansive storm system that brought a mixed bag of precipitation here to our region. And again, it was anything from some sleet initially, and then a soaking cold rain, and then as you went up into the northwest Piedmont and the northern foothills and the mountains, you had more and more in the way of wintry precip. But that system is pulling away, drier air working in. The trick today is how quickly do we lose the cloud cover with this eroding wedge. That's always a challenge, and that'll determine how warm we get. But then a lot of sunshine's on the way tomorrow. Our highs tempered a bit due to that high pressure briefly building down into the region from the north, but I think by Sunday, we're pushing up to the low 70s for highs, and warmer air will eventually move our way from the southern plain. So you have this upper air disturbance moving through today, and eventually, again, we'll get the cloud cover eroding, and then look at the ridging overhead as we get into the early to mid parts of next week. Much warmer conditions on the way, and then we get a storm system eventually moving in here in the Thursday to Friday time frame next week. So here's a snapshot. Saturday, again, that high pressure briefly building in from the north, and that will kind of limit our high temperatures somewhat on Saturday, but by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the warmth will really build on in here, and I still think there's a good chance that by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, some of us are in the low 80s for high temperatures as this warm air really builds on in. Here's 168 hours on the European as that next cold front approaches. So late Thursday or Thursday night, maybe into Friday, that'll be when we get our next round of showers and even some thunderstorms as the springtime storm system arrives. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.